Hello and welcome back to Minecraft Survival, and I'm here in the house that I built in the last episode, and the first thing I'll mention is that I made the portal symmetrical because it was 2 blocks wide and it didn't fit in the room properly. Now it fits properly. But I've been busy since the last episode and nothing much has changed in here. I've added some more chests here and there and changed some things around, but the exciting stuff is what's happened over this way up on top of the hill. Because, as you can see, there is some farms going on. There's a big bamboo farm here that currently just outputs into a load of chests because I don't have a smelter for it to fuel yet. Over this way is a villager breeder and iron farm. It does both because I keep needing a lot of iron as I keep breaking all my iron tools. And then there's the track that comes out here that goes and takes the villagers to the trading hall, which is this building over here. I say building. They're all just sort of floating for now. I will at some point sort of terraform the entire area, make it all look nice. For now, I haven't actually built all the stuff I'm going to build, so I don't know what I'm going to put where yet. But I've been setting up this trading hall. It's taking a while because these guys often don't actually give you the things you want and take ages to work out that you've given them a new thing to do. Like, look, there's a lectern, why don't you become a librarian? Hurry up, I don't know. But I don't have a good source of emeralds. I have the sugarcane farm here, and the villager breeder does sometimes produce carrots, so I have been trading with these guys a little bit, but I need a better source of emeralds, because I'm going to need quite a lot of emeralds to get all the books. Like, this is 24 for a mending, and this is 36 for a sharpness 5, and so I'm going to need a substantial amount. And of course, the best way to get emeralds in this game is with a raid farm. And I was looking at some designs of raid farms, and the most effective one that I could find and reasonably build in the brief amount of time that I spent looking for them required quite a bit of glass. So I went and looked at a map to see where my nearest desert is, and on large biomes, that is something that you kind of have to do because it turns out that the nearest desert is over 10,000 blocks away, so you can see why it was useful to look at a map, because I could have spent days and days running around trying to find a desert and just not finding it. And so I built a tunnel through the nether to get there, and the tunnel itself is still like 1400 blocks long. It turns out that the desert is actually quite a good location because it's actually right by the sea. You know what, I'm just going to go and have a look at it, so I'll probably time-lapse me running down the stupid nether passageway because it is ridiculously long. So I've got a little spiral staircase that comes from my nether portal up to fairly close to the roots of the nether, just because there's less stuff that you're going to run into up here. And then it goes this way, a really long way. And you know what's better than a time-lapse? A real-time time-lapse. So if I just give myself, like, 30 seconds of speed 40 or something, what we can do is we can run down here, and I can show you how long this is by running at like 40 times the speed. Actually, I don't think it works quite like that. But as you can see, this is a very long way. We're not even halfway, and I'm absolutely flying down here with this stupid amount of speed. But here is the portal, and as you can see, we are over 1,000 blocks in one direction and 275 in the other direction, and we come out here in a desert, and there's a little village here, and over there is a pillager outpost, and over here is the ocean. So if I just quickly go up here so you can see the distance, this is a pillager outpost, this is the sea. This is as close as I'm probably going to get, and this village is going to be a great location for me to steal some villagers from, but I'm going to have to build a raid farm out in the ocean here, and so I'm probably going to have to move this portal. I'll probably move one closer to the outpost and one out into the sea so that I can get Bad Omen. I feel I should probably explain for those who do not know how Minecraft raid farms work. In Minecraft there is a mechanic called a raid, where if you go to a village with this effect called Bad Omen, which you get from killing a pillager with a banner on their head, it will start a raid, which will mean that pillagers will attack the village. And how raid farms work is they trick the game into spawning raids where you want them at what is effectively a fake village, and then you could just kill them all and get all the drops from the raid mobs. But I need to have a pillager outpost nearby so that I can get bad omen from the pillagers that spawn at it, and I need the sea because that saves me from preventing spawning on blocks, because you've got to make sure that they actually spawn in the farm and not on the ground around the farm. So if you just build it at sea, you don't have to worry about that. And the reason you need the village is so that you can get the villagers to put in the raid farm to trick the game into thinking there's actually a village there. But of course, to build a raid farm, you need quite a lot of materials, and that's what's in this chest. I'm obviously not designing my own raid farm. I am nowhere near good enough at technical Minecraft to do that, so I'm just going to build a shulkercraft design. And the thing with it is that it's incredibly effective, but it requires you to have sweeping edge. So I'm hoping that one of these guys is going to give me sweeping edge, and they don't want to. You know what? We're just going to build the raid farm and hope that it works, and then get the villagers, or the other way around. I'm not sure yet, but I'll skip ahead in the video so you don't have to watch me do either of them. So it is a little while later, and here we go. Here is the finished trading hall. I have all of the important villagers, unless I forgot one, which I probably did. But I think I've got all the ones that I'll need for the full set of gear. And I bought the books to make the maxed out sword. And that sword is over at the raid farm, because I've also built that. But I wanted to show this because this is important. It took me a long time, and it took me 1,125 breaking of lecterns to get all these villagers to have the right trades. Yeah, it's a tedious process, but once you've got them, it's very useful. So now, I need to go over to the raid farm, because I've set it all up, but I haven't used it yet, and I'm not even entirely sure it works how it's supposed to, but I guess we'll go find out. So here is the raid farm, and yeah, it looks kind of silly because Minecraft raid farms just look like this. This is the storage system over here. I haven't set this up because I don't have enough of the items to actually fill the filters, but I will do that once I've run it a little bit. Then it's got the villagers in these things here. I'm not going to pretend that I know how it works because it is way too advanced for me to actually understand what's going on. All I know is that it spawns in a bunch of raids up there, and then they fall down and die magically to the sword. So the sword is this one here. It's got looting 3, sweeping edge 3, unbreaking 3, sharpness 5, and mending. And I'm actually just going to stick all my other stuff in this chest, just because it may go wrong and I may die. But actually what I need to do first is go get bad omen. And as you can see, we're in the middle of the sea. So just over there is the village, where I kidnapped the villagers from. And the other side of that is, of course, the place we're going to get bad omen from. So we can hop back through to the nether, and we have this little tunnel which goes over here to the original portal I made in between the village and the outpost, and then just over here is one that is closer to the outpost and is perhaps a little too close because the outpost is right there, and it is within distance of them getting aggroed on me as I come through the portal, which is slightly annoying. I should probably put a door on my little building there, but I do need to get bad omen. Also, I will rescue these allays at some point, but I do not have the gear to take on this outpost and actually deal with it. And why do none of these guys have the banner? While I'm here, why don't I just loot the place? They have, like, nothing useful. Oh, they have the horn though. That's not even the pillager horn, that's just a random horn. Yeah, I need to get bad omen so that I can start a raid. And none of these guys have the thing that gives me bad omen. I need the one with the banner on their head. And yeah, that's none of these. So I might have to run away and then run back again so that they can despawn and then spawn some new ones in. Ah, here's one. There we go. And as soon as we go through this portal, it will start the raid. I'm actually just going to stick all this back in here so I don't accidentally lose it. What we do is we come up here and we stand in this, so we stand in the middle here, and I'm going to need my auto clicker, so give me a minute, and hopefully this works. This repeater here should be on that block, not this block, because this is supposed to power and it can't, because it doesn't work on like that. But these guys are kind of here. It's supposed to be triggering the shifting floor up here, but it's not because the signal isn't being passed up. So it's immediately starting a raid, so we run up here, activate that, stand in the middle of this, and then swing at this. Oh yeah, now those are the sounds you want to be hearing. So you're supposed to have a regeneration beacon for doing this. There's probably a reason for that, which is that I'm going to take damage from some source at some point, so it might kill me to, like, be here. I thought for a minute it stopped working, but it was just taking a moment to pause. But yeah, I might take damage at some point. It might end up killing me, which would be unfortunate, but the amount of emeralds that this thing is pumping out, everything I have now is replaceable, just because of the amount of stuff this is producing. I'm currently now holding over a stack of emeralds, and I've been here for like 30 seconds, and that's all that's made it into my inventory. There's going to be a load more everywhere else in the storage system, which is not going to be storing things very well, and now we're already at 31 levels. Oh, and apparently I'm now the hero of the village. I forgot how fun these are. I mean, I can't even see what's going on, but I can hear the sounds of lots of villagers dying, and I can hear the XP being absorbed into my face as I kill them all. But this is actually making quite a sick beat. Gonna have to get some, someone should remix the noise of all these villagers dying. Okay, I think that's probably enough for now. I should be able to at least set up the storage system. So, what have we got? Oh, most of it doesn't get picked up by the first hoppers. Okay, yeah, I should have enough here to set up the filter. There was a lot of XP just sitting in the item filter as well. Yeah, this is a lot of XP. There's quite a lot of emeralds, which is obviously the important bit. And I have a ton of crossbows. So what I'm going to do is just shove some stuff in one of these so that I can go and get the flint and steel. What you're supposed to do is have, over at the end here, fire on that so that any excess items just get burnt. And now I'm going to sort out the filter. I think I should probably put that in. So I've put in all the filters. We have 5 for emeralds, 1 for redstone, 1 for glowstone, 1 for gunpowder, and then a couple of empty ones which will just fill with totems when I'm dying, and other junk, of which there's still quite a lot lying around in here. I forgot to remove these. I burnt a whole load of stuff, all the random axes and crossbows and other junk that they produce. I just throw into the fire, and the rest of it that comes through the system is either going to go in here, into these two, or it's just going to go straight into the fire, and that's fine because it's useless junk. So I'm going to need to get a few more emeralds, probably, I imagine, because I've only got like 10 stacks here, and that's clearly not enough to actually have a full set of max enchanted gear. Now, according to the tutorial that I used to build this, you can swing the sword faster, and you will get more items, but there is a chance you die. So I think I'm running it at the maximum safe speed. Considering I have iron armor and no regeneration beacon, I thought it's probably a good idea not to run it at maximum. However, I do kind of want to try it and see what happens. So this may well kill me, but you know, for science. So I whacked the auto clicker, let's see what happens. As you can see, it's swinging much faster. I mean, I'm not noticing a difference here. They're falling down and being killed faster. It's kind of hard to tell from this perspective what's actually going on, which is kind of unfortunate. However, the bad view is worth it for the sheer amount of stuff this farm produces. So far this seems fine, other than the fact that it is lagging more and more. It's so laggy, the amount of stuff this farm has produced. All of this, there's just a bunch of items sitting in here, it's fine. And then up here we've got, oh, this is where the lag is. I have genuinely no clue what is going on up here. It's just spawning a load of raids, and they're all sitting on top of each other. That block isn't supposed to be there. That's a temporary block that I used when building it. I should probably remove that before it breaks something. Anyway, let's see. How many emeralds have we got? Quite a lot. Well, the filters seem to be working. We haven't got that much glowstone and gunpowder, but that's probably not surprising. A decent amount of redstone. I'm going to keep the sticks and just take them back to base, because you never have enough sticks. Well, I will now, but sticks are always useful, so I'm going to keep those. Now I just have to clear out the junk that it's filled this up with. And try and avoid accidentally throwing my sword away in the process, because that would be rather inconvenient. There we go, these are now all cleaned up again, and I just have a ton of totems. I'm just going to let these fill up with totems, then I'll have a load if I need them. But yeah, emeralds, those are the important things we need to take with us. You can also see that I have Hero of the Village 5 for half an hour, because that's another thing it produces. It produces Hero of the Village effect, because obviously I saved the village. It's not like I put them in the peril in the first place. It's not like they're even in danger. The villagers in this farm literally are just tucked away, hidden, safe. I'm gonna leave this crafting table somewhere, like here, so that I can just turn this to block of emeralds. I'm gonna need to do this often, so I'm just gonna leave the crafting table here. As I'm going back to base, I might as well just take an inventory full of totems with me, just so that I have them for when I eventually need them, which I'm sure I will do at some point. Yeah, I really need to ice boat this because it's so slow to run all the way down here every time. Because I've got Hero of the Village 5, if I run over to my villager trading hall here, they should be giving me better prices. See, look, we're now getting half price on everything, apparently. Oh yes, this is more than half price. So, by getting all these emeralds, I no longer quite need all of these emeralds. They're like, wow, you're so great, here, have some rewards. Even though I don't know how these guys know about the village that I put in mortal danger. Except I didn't, when that village is like 10,000 blocks away. But, you know, we're not going to question it, we're just going to take the cheap stuff and buy a load of things. Hey look, they throw a book at me. That actually is kind of useful, because I'm going to need those books. Although I'm probably just going to buy a load of bookshelves, and then break the bookshelves down. This also serves the purpose of actually locking in their trades, because most of them, I never actually locked in their trades. Because when you have a villager, and you break its workstation, it loses its profession if you never traded with it. So I hadn't done that before, but I'm doing it now. That way, I'm not going to like lose the trade that they have, because obviously some of these are quite nice, not easy to get. I mean, I'm going to break these bookshelves down. That's why I bought these bookshelves as well, just so I can place them down and then break them, just so I can get the books from them, because I need the books to trade to get the enchanted books. Because as you could see, that's how the trade works. So now I can just start trading with them. So also I'm going to need like 1 fortune. Unbreaking, I'm just going to need like, I honestly don't know how much I need. Just buy 10 of them. Yeah, mending for 6 is actually so good. It's normally at 12, which is really pretty good. And now it's down to 6. So yeah, I'm just going to get like 10 of them. I can always come and get more if I need them. And they're still throwing books at me. Thanks guys. Oh, and I threw the books out because I ran out of space in my inventory. I'm just filling this chest with enchanted books now. But I have to run and grab those books because I need them. This should be enough, I hope. But if it's not, well, guess what? I've got a ton of emeralds. That wasn't even a stack of emerald blocks. And I had 3 stacks. Yeah, raid farms are so insanely powerful. It's so fun. You know what, while I'm here, I'm just going to give this guy a load of stuff just so he can level up. Because I want him to be able to sell golden carrots. Because golden carrots are clearly the best food. I can get 1 emerald for 18 biscuits. That's a lot. Why would I ever need that many? I'm going to be honest. Oh no, he's not selling me golden carrots. That's so annoying. Selling me cake though, so that's cool. Or maybe it's a master trade. I can't remember. Yay, now I have a load of cake. Ah, here we go. Here's the golden carrot recipe. Not recipe. Trade that we want. That's the important one. Because now I can eat golden carrots once I've finished eating these stacks of bread and this cake. So now that I've got all the books for the max enchanted gear, I have to actually make all the tools and armor and stuff out of my stack of diamonds. Fortunately, I have quite a few diamonds lying around. Yeah, I have just over a stack. That should be plenty to make all the tools and armor, but that will obviously happen in the next video, because this one has been quite a long one, and I've done a lot of stuff, and I've built a raid farm, and I love raid farms. They're so fun, and I love just the sheer amount of ridiculous nonsense they can produce. But anyway, thank you for watching. Don't get distracted. Go subscribe now, and until next time, goodbye.